This is for Year 10 Methods Pathways. We're going to look at exercise 4.6, question 1, 2, and 3. So for question 1, we're factorizing these, or not factorizing, solving these by first using the cross method, okay? So we've got 8x squared plus 6x minus 9 equals 0. We'll just go by this one. So, go back. So we want to factorize this cross method. Well, with the cross method, you've got to find, and with non-monics, you've got to find possible factors for the squared term. Okay, so your possible factors are 4x and 2x, and 8x and x. And your possible factors for 9 are 9 and 1, 1, 9, or 3, 3. So 9, 1, 1, 9, 3, 3. And we're going to try all the combinations to see if we can get the 6x. So 4 times 1 is 1, 2 times 9 is 18, 4 and 18 won't ever give you 6, so that's not a possibility. 4 9s, that's not going to give you a possibility, I can tell straight away. Let's try 3, 3. So 4 times 3 is 12, 2 times 3 is 6, 12 and 6 can possibly give you a 6x. So let's try this one. We got to tweak it though. We want a negative 9. So one of them is going to be negative. Which one's going to be negative? We want the top one to be negative, because if I go 4 times 3, positive 3, you get positive 12. 2 times negative 3 gives you negative 6. So 12 minus 6 is 6, which is what we want. So factorize it. We got 4x minus 3, 2x plus 3 equals 0. Use the null factor law, so either the first bracket equals 0 or the second bracket equals 0. So x equals to 3 over 4, or x equals to negative 3 over 2. Okay, simple as that. For L, we've actually got the same factors because the x squared terms are the same, so as in factors for 8x squared. So we get 4x and 2x and 8x and x. So, and the factors of 15 are 3, 5, 5, 3, or 15, 1, and 1, 15. 3, 5, 5, 3, 15, 1, 1, 15. Let's see which one will work. 4 times 5 is 20, 20 and 6, no. 16 and 3 4s are 12, 12 and 10. That'll work, okay, because we want a 2, the difference between 10 and 2 will work, okay, so we want a positive 10. We want a positive 12 and a negative 10. So we want this to be positive, this to be negative, because this will work. So 4 times 3 is 12, 2 times 5, negative 5 is negative 10. So 12, yep, okay, so that'll work. So we go 4x minus 5, 2x plus 3 equals 0. So either that equals 0 or that equals 0. When we use the null factor law, 4x minus 5 equals 0, or 2x plus 3 equals 0. X equals 5 over 4, and x equals negative 3 over 2. So we've done this using null factor law. Question 2 asks us to do these by completing the square. So we'll do B first. We've got 3x squared minus 12x plus 7 equals 0. I can factorize this first because I want, in order to complete the square, I need to get rid of the factor in front. So if I take a 3 out, I get x squared minus 4x plus 7 over 3 equals 0. I use the scaffold. So I'll go x minus 2, 4 plus 7 over 3 equals 0. I combine the fractions inside. So that becomes, that's negative 12 over 3. 12 plus 7, negative 12 plus 7 is negative 5 over 3 equals 0. I'm going to divide both sides by 3 to get rid of the 3 at the very front. So we've got x minus 2 squared minus 5 over 3 equals 0. Now, I'm not going to use dots. I'm just going to move the 5 over 3 to the other side just to make it easy for myself. And I take the square root of both sides. So, oops, if I take the square root of both sides, I get left with x minus 2. Well, whenever you take the square root, you get plus or minus solution. So, plus or minus root 5 over 3. So we got x equals 2 plus or minus square root of 5 over 3, like that. Okay. For D, I'm just going to do it over here. You got, so if I complete the square, I need to take the 8 out first. So we got 8 x squared plus 2 on 8. 2 on 8 a quarter. You want to simplify the fractions as soon as possible because we don't want problems later on. 15 over 8 equals 0. So we have to do scaffold. So x plus half of a quarter is an eighth. 8 squared is 1 on 8 squared is 164 minus 15 on 64 equals 0. Okay, so this one's a bit nasty. Okay, that's minus 16 on 64. It's not too bad. X plus 1/8 squared minus 16 over 64 equals 0. I divide both sides by 8, so I get rid of the 8 on both sides. I move the 16 to 64 to the other side. So I get 16 on 64. I square both sides. X plus 1/8 equals plus or minus square root of 16 is 4. Square root of 64 is 8. So 4 and 8, which is a half. Okay, so it's x equals, if I move the 1/8 to the other side, negative 1/8 plus or minus 4 over 8. Now you actually physically work this out because they can add and subtract. Negative 1/8 plus 4/8, so that's 3/8. Negative 1/8 minus 4/8, so it's minus 5/8. Okay, so you got two solutions, which is these two. Okay, so the only complicated thing is just the fraction work. Let's